Truckers gassing up and heading straight to Washington today, marking the start of a three-day protest against the federal government. Now, throughout the weekend, the truckers plan to clog the Capitol Beltway. So how did day one go? Griff Jenkins riding along with organizer Ernest Lee and talking to other truckers gearing up to protest.
I think it's time for the American people to stand up to the forces that are trying to drag this country through the dirt and into the sewer. They're trampling on our rights.
I love my country and I hate what's going on. I hate it.
It's traffic all weekend long.
Despite today's slow start to clogging up that traffic, J.B. Schaffner says there's more to come.
Trucks are going to be driving in shifts. So we've got one shift out now, and we're staging for more drivers as they continue to show up.
Leading today's effort well before dawn, Ernest Lee, a trucker known on the CB radio as General. General, what do you hope to accomplish today?
What we hope to accomplish today is the beginning of making the federal government smaller, getting it back inside the framework of the Constitution. We are looking for an Egyptian moment here, where instead of 30 to 35 million people all across the nation, we have participations by 100 million Americans standing up together, uniting, saying, we have had enough. We want our country back. It's time for the people to rise up and tame this beast that is the federal government. Our non-representing representatives have got to listen. They've got to be put on notice. 2014's coming, 2016's coming, and what's coming with it is we the people and big, big change. This is the beginning. This is a springboard for this.
When you say enough, enough of what? What have you had enough of?
Enough tyranny, enough taxation, enough big government. We've had plenty enough of that.
Is there one thing that was the tipping point for this movement?
Obamacare probably had a whole lot to do with it being a tipping point. Obviously, this movement was being planned and was underway well before the shutdown. But you know what? We thought we'd add our own brand of shutdown to this and just cut the city off. And in a way, in a symbolic way, sort of shut down D.C. to isolate them the way D.C., all their regulations and everything are just choking the life out of this economy, out of our rights, out of our freedoms. I'm doing this for my grandchildren, so my grandchildren can take and have the opportunity to grow up in a United States of America that is free with a much smaller, less intrusive federal government, power returned to the states and to the people.
Turns out day one getting off to a very slow start. The rainy weather causing more traffic jams than the trucks. We're going to see if the weekend brings more truckers to Washington. And coming up, it's supposed to reward